Hi everybody, this is Chelsea Gibson from Wild Rose Wellness, and right now I'm in Prince George. It's 8 o'clock in the morning and I've woken up so that I can participate in something called Global Bars Day. But it's cool because that's not actually what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about something that's been occurring my whole life, but like this week has really been in the forefront of what's going on for my clients and I, family, friends. But it's something that I just became aware about. And Dr. Dean in this interview just talked about it. It's for years, centuries, we've been allowing the hateful, the angry, the violent, the intense people of the planet control us, manipulate, and kind of run the planet. And what would it look like if the people like you that watch these types of videos, the people who actually want to contribute to the planet and are kind and joyful and nurturing and actually want to see a change in the world, the ones that, more often than not get bullied than are the bully. And some of you may be the bully, but like, where did you buy that from, or where did you learn that from? And it was funny because we were in Walmart yesterday, and this little girl comes up, and she's 6 years old, and she has absolute hate in her eyes. Hate. And she comes up with a cart and she's yelling at the cashier. This is a 6-year-old. And with hate, absolute hate, is yelling at this cashier that he made a mistake. And she started counting. And as I watched my friend, who's a guy, not know what to do because he's got only, she female, but also a child. What does he do in this situation? Because he doesn't want to yell at her. He doesn't want to lash out. He can't find mom anywhere. And this cashier, same thing. And both of them start to contract. And I watched as two beautiful, beautiful beings start to contract. And I'm watching right now as a person who's really close to me contracts. It's so hard to watch people in your life contract and make themselves small when you know that it's just somebody using a manipulation, and not even a kind manipulation. This is a person who's using a manipulation that's violent and evil and abusive and mean to get something out of somebody that is so kind and so caring and trying to create more on the planet. And so, crying on a video again. What I'm going to invite you guys to is learn how to receive judgment. Because any energy that you refuse to be or receive owns you. So in the situation with the little girl, I actually wasn't owned by her the same way the two others were. And I started laughing, and she started counting as they said that they would be 2 seconds, and it started going more. And I started joking with her. And she had no idea what to do. Because I wasn't getting mad at her. I wasn't making her wrong. But I started joking with her. And interacting with her. And saying hi to her. And it diffused everything. Because it's time, thanks to the bars. My God, you guys, get your bars run. This is where the Global Bars Day comes in. My God, get your bars run. I have never in my entire life been able to receive judgment and violence and manipulation and cruelty the way I can now. And really, it's thanks to the bars. I mean, I was able to do it when I was a kid to some extent, but this is far beyond what I had the capacity to as a child. This is beyond that. This is so big that this little girl couldn't control me because she was dishing out hate and resentment and manipulation. I started laughing and joking with her. And even though she didn't get it, and couldn't receive it because it wasn't what she was expecting or wanting, I was able to diffuse and empower those two that were watching, that were contracting, a different possibility, which showed her a different possibility. So, we're good. We're good. In your life, when somebody's judging you or projecting hate at you, what if you could put your barriers down and receive it? What you've got to be willing to do is say, interesting point of view. Put your barriers down and say, interesting point of view. Because if you give their energy any power over you, if you allow it to destroy you, if you resist and react to it, you're going to get that pushback. That's what creates the resistance. And that's what creates your contraction to it. And that's how they make you small. And is now the time to not be small ever again? Is now the time to be you, to show up and be the kindness and the nurturing and the caring, but also the strength that you be and the potency that you be, whether or not that means that you tell somebody that you can't treat me like that, or if I'm telling a woman at Starbucks that just because we have different points of view about the word fun, and if she's watching, she knows who she is, that it's okay that we have different points of view about the word fun, and we have different points of view about what it means to live, and we have different points of view on what it means to change the world or help people in need. And that's okay, because she's not wrong and I'm not wrong. And you can say it with that much conviction and actually believe it. Why? Because nobody is right or wrong. You just have choice. And so you can have your own point of view. You can be all of you, even in the face of somebody being cruel, being mean, being violent, and judging you. You can actually be you in the face of all of that. And this is where the courage comes from. It's gonna take courage. It's gonna take maybe getting your bars run, maybe coming to an Access Bars class so you can learn what this interesting point of view tool is. Because you guys, this is the stuff that changes the world. Because for so long, we have been manipulated and controlled by people being able to manipulate us with their violence and their cruelty and their judgment. What if you could just put your barriers down and receive it and still choose to see them, the being, and still choose to be you, and no matter what, show up. And maybe you invite somebody to a different possibility. Maybe that cashier won't let a woman manipulate him ever again. Or maybe, my friend knows there's a different possibility when a child is being cruel at you. It's not about right or wrong, it's just about you choosing and having the tools to get you to the place where you do have choice, you know you have choice, and you know there's a different possibility available. So, on that note, if you want to come down to 1092 4th Avenue and watching the Global Bars, it's a $10 drop-in, so you can come in and out. There's about 5 to 10 people coming in and out today, and then meditation groups 6:30 to 7:30. And I am definitely going to be talking about this topic. All right, everybody, what if you being you really was the change and the gift that this world required?